Haz el favor y devuelve todo lo mío. Ahora por nada yo le digo a tu marido cómo no te va a alcanzar. Si recibí de punta a punta, sonatea, canalera no me gusta. Así quiero ir esta caño, gallo, mi chicato. A mí no me deprimí, con mi bolsillo no acepto maltrato. Ese mierda ni siquiera sube el trato. Y grita que lo suyo, que yo no soy plato. El idiota en un coco también un pato.
Yo YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Kari 𝐥𝐤𝐤, and right now I'm live from Cali, Colombia. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about some of the stuff you can do here in Cali. There's actually a lot to do. There's a lot of good clubs, whether you like salsa or whether you like the more adult entertainment side of things. They have it all, just like Medellin. They also have a ton of great restaurants. And so I'm going to get into some of the places that I visited since I've been here and give you guys some suggestions on places to go, things to eat. Now, I've done a few videos on Cali in the past, so that had more of the tourist side of things, of like sights to see in the city, in terms of like the famous park that they have with all the cats and things like that. So I'll link that at the end of this video, but today I'm going to be talking more about specific places where you can go out, nightlife and food and that sort of thing. First off, you have a ton of great salsa clubs here in Cali. There's different levels, you know, different strokes for different folks. One of the ones that I visited since I've been here this time is called Bronx, and I had a great time at Bronx. I actually met a guy at the mall and he invited me to go check it out with him and his friends. And if you guys want to keep the cost low, I recommend you check out these types of spots because we got a few bottles and it was super cheap. And so this club, Bronx, when I went, it was mostly black people there. It was a crowd between the ages of, I would say, 18 to 40. So it was a little bit younger, but it wasn't, you know, like really young. It was a mix of different age groups in there. There was a lot of salsa dancing going on. You could pretty much ask, you know, any girl in there to dance and they would dance. You know, you got to remember the culture here is, you know, they allow their women to dance with whoever, typically, if it's salsa. And so yeah, I had a great time. I got invited out by this guy that I met in the mall named Eric. I also was told about this other club that's very similar to Bronx called 𝐽𝐤𝐤𝐿. All right, so 𝐽𝐤𝐤𝐿 is another option of where you can go for a good salsa. And it's mostly salsa, but I should say there's a good chance they'll play a little bit of reggaeton. Okay, if you're looking for more of the adult entertainment type of thing, you know, the ladies, the chicas, the caleñas, there's a couple clubs out here that I've been to in the past that I'll tell you about right now. So one of the main ones is going to be Deluxe Club. I think that's like the top tier. You'll probably find the most beautiful women there and probably like a more expensive experience, right? They do have rooms there and everything. So yeah, if you're interested in that type of thing, definitely check that spot out, Deluxe Club. Deluxe to me kind of gave me like a 𝐦𝐤𝐬𝐫 vibe. You get a lot of girls there a little bit stuck up, you know, because they know they're bad and everything, and obviously the drinks and everything is going to be a little bit pricey there. So if you're gonna go to Deluxe, definitely bring your pocketbook. I also have another one that's pretty good as well called VIP Club Caleñas. So if you just search that on Google, you'll find it. That one's a little bit more chill, you know, a little bit more laid back, and probably a little bit cheaper, more affordable. So yeah, if you're in the market for that type of entertainment, those are two options that you have. There's plenty more. Of course, it's not really my thing, but you know, just putting it out there for my guys that are looking for that on their trip. So next up, let's talk a little bit about food here in Cali. I want to talk about this one restaurant, Fogón del Mar. Happens to be one of my favorite restaurants in Cali. It's usually very packed if you go there because they're only open from for lunch hours. They're only open from like midday, like 10 or 11 to like 5 p.m. But they have some of the best seafood in the city. It's always a lot of people there. It might be a wait, it might be a line. Like when I went, it was a line out the door. So yeah. Also in the Granada area where I'm staying, you'll find a street that has tons of different restaurants. So this street is called Avenida 9 Norte. So 9th Avenue North is the name of the street. And on this 9th Ave, there's a ton of restaurants. There's a lot of bars. If you're looking for an easy way to find it, you can just search for Hooters. Hooters is right there in that area. And so I would say this area is probably the most similar to your Provenza and Poblado in terms of it having, you know, a lot of nice restaurants and that whole thing, and even a couple bars here and there. But I would say it's not as, you know, a party central type of place as Provenza. Provenza has a lot more clubs than this place has. But for the food, you'll definitely find the best restaurants over here. Another really famous restaurant in Cali is your Cantina 15. It's a Mexican restaurant where they do mariachi. Very good food. You can also check out this Italian place that I went to called Manganiello's, something like that. It's a pizzeria and restaurant. Super good Italian food. I mean, really good. I ate there twice while I was here so far, so I can't recommend them enough. You'll also find a lot of cool cafes in this area. It's a very popular place for remote workers. You'll see a lot of people here working remotely at the cafes and that sort of thing. Yeah, and then you have your malls. One of the best malls that I visited while I was here was Centro Comercial Chipichapi. They have tons of stores, tons of restaurants, the whole nine. It's a newer mall, so check that out if you're in town. Again, you know, Cali is a wonderful place. You'll find that it's a little bit warmer here than Medellin, but it's not horrible, especially in the mornings and the nights. It's very comfortable. And it really doesn't rain that much since I've been here. It rains probably less than Medellin. It only rained one time in the whole week that I was here, and that was at night. So really good weather-wise. I really enjoy the weather here in Cali. I would say things here are a tad bit cheaper than Medellin in most cases, but it's not really a big difference. I think even the housing is close to the same as what it is in Medellin. So, you know, I find Cali to be a wonderful place. I think it has a lot to offer, and if you are the person that always goes to Medellin time and time again, you gotta try Cali out. You know, Cali is not too far, especially for most of you guys that's flying. It's less than an hour flight from Medellin, and it's got a lot to offer. There's a lot more black people, a lot more darker skin here, and I'll say the women are just as beautiful as Medellin, if not more beautiful, depending on what you like. Like, I seen dimes everywhere, just, you know, some of the baddest here in Cali, you know, so they're not lacking at all over here. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to give you guys some suggestions and a look inside Cali and let you know that there's a lot more out here than just Medellin and Colombia, man. I thoroughly enjoyed myself out in Cali, and I hope you guys get a chance to visit. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel, show your boy some love, and I'm out.